বলো। ট্রফি মনে হয় 3টা রিস্পনে। ওয়েট, লেট মি জাস্ট ডাবল চেক। হেগাস, একটা কুইক কোয়েশ্চেন, একটু ক্যাপ্টেন্সের এটা আসতে পারবা? I'm pretty sure হার্ড পয়েন্টের তিনটা ট্রফি। দুইটা। হ্যাঁ, টু ইন অলমোস্ট। Man, thank you. I forgot. আরে ভুলে গেছি। শালা। Vision. Alright, 2 more minutes. Guys, 2 more minutes, হ্যাঁ? 2 more minutes. আমি আসতেছি আবার। তারপর স্টার্ট দিতে বলবো, একটু রেডি থাকো। সাকিবুল, স্টার্ট দিয়ে দাও। একটু দাঁড়াও, একটু ওয়েট, let me just একটু দাঁড়াও। Guys, ready? Sakibul, start. Okay, bismillah. Good luck, boys. Farzin, তুমি থাকতে পারবা না if you're not playing. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we are live. CDBL 2025 League Stages, Day 2, Game 4, ABT versus BTV. A matchup we've been waiting to see. BTV returning back to the CDL scene after a long, steady, consistent championship level grind in the Warzone scenery. With me in the comm box, I've got the man who forgets anyone else is in the room. One of the finest gunnies we've seen in the recent times in the CDL scene. Ark, take us away.
Excited to be here, Ishak bhai. Like I said, a very exciting matchup today. BTV versus ABT. BTV going all guns and roses at this point just to take up ABT, and ABT over here trying their level best to, like, you know, keep up the swagger, keep up the championship demeanor that they had. So yeah, hoping to see a great matchup. First off, we see Manna taking out Beast of Bengal, Popro, veteran in the Warzone scene, amazing player, trying his hands out on multiplayer right now. So hoping to see a clash out. Interestingly enough, ABT already playing for spawns. Number 2 and number 6, they're gonna be having a very important gunfight at the back. They are playing BTV, smartly enough, are playing for spawns right now. a little too late to the party. And as we speak, BTV does manage to get the spawns. Number 6, Mark Bro playing an excellent job trying to anchor his team, willing his team to get the spawns. But ABT over here, they're hungry. They're it's just the way they play. It's like they're doing their level best to like make sure that the hill's not broken. They're making sure that they're keeping them at the back at the same time. Like they don't even have spawns for this time, and it's like 25 seconds on hill. It's interesting enough. ABT, they're keeping the bad spawns, but they're still managing to keep hill time, which is a very funny scenario, in my opinion. BTV struggling a bit, but they do manage to get the scrap time. But ABT again, they're already at new, playing rotations. They're already setting up for new. They do see a lot of people coming top you, and Nav picks up 2 pieces. Top you. So far, it's a bit out of place for BTB. What do you think, Isharba?
I do feel that they're having a very warm welcome to the CDL scene after a long grind in the Warzone circuit. The boys have been dabbling in the world of CDL every now and then, but nothing of the level of landscape and grind that ABT has been pulling through over the past few months, which is slightly showing. But BTV, I wouldn't say they're down and out completely. You know, ABT does have their work cut out. They are putting a lot of pressure on the spawns, the rotations. We saw going from P2 to P3. ABT did have the peaceful rotation, but then the spawn was consistently on the BTV side for P2. So they're doing some of the good stuff. They're doing some of the basics right. It's about just executing and pulling through the gunfights.
Yeah, I agree with you. As you can see, Mark Bro over there also trying to play for a big pinch, but a lot of their play style is a bit way over the place, because as you can see, number 8, Miran taking a water route. He's taking a long time just to make a play, and now he's hopping up to get a trade, which he's again late for. But one on hill, BTV is actually doing a really good job to break the hill. But then again, yes. They do pick it up. Mark Bro, excellent play. Three people taken down by Mark Bro himself. That is an excellent passenger play by Mark Bro. Again, BTV, good hill control, but something about them at the moment, I just feel like they're missing that swagger that ABT has right now. Again, I understand the lack of experience in the multiplayer scene, but BTV, all of these players, all 4 of them, they definitely have the skills to be at the very top of the top. So far, in the second set, anything can happen. So I'm hoping for a resurgence from BTV.
Nice little word pun there by our combox extraordinaire Ark. Beast of Bengal, one of the greatest to ever do it. A pleasure and an honor to have him in the lobby. He is a stalwart in the Warzone scene, and he's always shown a lot of promise and potential in this side of things. Mehran, a debutant. We're seeing him feature for the first time officially in a CDL tournament. Very exciting to see him come in on the big leagues and compete. And what a first game for him as well. It's up against ABT. You can't get more competition than this. So, if you do well here, pat on your back, and that's a lot of confidence to ride on going in forward to BO7.
I agree. I was Mehran is actually one of the he's probably one of the more consistent multiplayer players from BTV at the moment. Definitely, again, they do have their on and offs from CDL, but I'm expecting a big game from Mehran, to be honest with you. I'm expecting him to pick up the slack. He has a slow start so far, 10 and 16, but since it's his first competitive game, I have to give him the slack. So hoping he picks it up. But as I say it, Nav on a six piece on a 6 streak. This guy is just like unreal. Like the way he reads the game. Like I said, he's trying to like cut off the people from rock. He does read the spawners on well side, so that's why he's rotating early. Um, Unfortunately for him, Atif gets taken down an outer, and he will try to help. He does end up getting the trade. So there's that, and he takes out Merc Bro as well. Nap, he's on a 9 speed. Can we spectate Nap? He's on a 10er. Oh my god! Finally gets taken down by Merc Bro. Like as I was saying, this guy was just demolishing BTV by himself. But regardless, great passage of play there. BTV still doing their level best to make this hill as scrappy as possible. But when someone like Nav doing something as great, just as what we just saw, I mean, it's very hard to like come back out of. Bob Bro, yeah. Bob Bro missed Ati for a second, unfortunately.
Big break there by Akan and Haggis to bring it back. It was an early rotation by BTV, but they've managed to still break through, and BTV now on a 3-stack, breaking into this spawn. Finding it very difficult. ABT not giving them anything, and Akan with a big play here from the flank, and he's cleaned them up, and now the rotations are on. Nav has quickly read that, and now they are reading it. They are reading them easily. Every spawn, every rotation, ABT all over them. And the target I think the team had set for themselves was try to make sure that it's a very clean matchup, and they try to retain and contain BTV to the extent possible, and they are succeeding on that. They've had a very tough end to game day one with a very, 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 very interesting and entertaining matchup against Phoenix. Phoenix obviously coming out with a very nice little win and bringing new narratives and compelling stories to tell. And ABT will be looking to make a recovery from that finish to day one. And it looks like they have come back very hungry for some wins. Bodies are dropping very quickly and very fast here as ABT looks to solidify the win, and they do that quite convincingly. What a match, what a finish, a convincing victory going to ABT, but props to BTV. What a fine return. Debutant Meran and the return of some of the seasoned professionals from the BTV squad, aka Sakibul99, Bob Bro, our beloved Bob Bro, and the very, very consistent, steady Merc Bro, who is a big CDL player. Shoutouts to Merc Bro, who often features in the CDL side of things. So it's good to see them. Good to have them back. Map 1 goes to ABT. We go into map 2, which is... Give me a sec, guys, whilst I try to figure this out. I believe it is... Protocol. We go into map 2, Protocol. Stay with us as we get the lobbies set up. Until then, enjoy some music. BTV 1. গাইজ হোস্টের গেম ক্র্যাশ করছে, একটু ওয়েট করো, নতুন একটা লবি কোড শেয়ার করবে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ সমস্যা নেই, টেক ইউর টাইম, 10 মিনিট আছে আমাদের। তোমাদের কি কোনো সাব আসবে? একটা প্লেয়ার্স লাউঞ্জ চ্যানেল খোলা উচিত যেখানে সবাই বসে থাকতে পারবে, বা বেঞ্চ, প্লেয়ার্স বেঞ্চ। আচ্ছা আমি আবার আসতেছি, হ্যাঁ, ইন অ্যাবাউট 3-4 মিনিটস। 12টা তো we'll try to make it start at 20. জোস হইতেছে আর্ক, ভেরি নাইস, কোনো ইন্টারাপশন নাই, কোনো ইয়ে নাই, ক্লিন কমেন্ট্রি হইতেছে। I didn't realize মানে you passed it on to me towards the end of the game. I thought you'd go for the finish. পরে দেখি তুমি you're staying quiet. I was like, oh crap, I have to finish this. No, it's fine. Like আমি always color commentary. I don't talk about the game too much. So like if you give me space, I'll talk, but I'll quickly hand it over back to you. ঠিক আছে, we did it well. মানে commentary ঠিক আছে. I think today was way better than yesterday. Well, that's just my personal thing, but like, I don't know what the viewers think. To stream metrics দেখি তো কয়জন viewers. লবি সেট করতে পারছো? হ্যাঁ তো তোমরা এবার টিম 1, হ্যাঁ? মার্ক তো ভালো খেললো। বাট মার্ক ভালো খেলছো, কিন্তু তুমি স্মন ধরে রাখছো। সাকিবুল আর 3 মিনিট আছে। সার্চ এন্ড ডিস্ট্রয় মার্ক পারবা? আচ্ছা একটু দাঁড়াও, আমি চেক করে নিই অর্ডার। গাইস গাইস তোমরা রেডি? আচ্ছা alright okay সাকিবুল স্টার্ট দিয়ে দাও। থ্যাংক ইউ গাইস, গুড লাক। Alright, map 2 search and destroy coming in hot. ABT with a convincing 250 to 111 in map 1 hardpoint. We go into map 2. Search and destroy always is interesting. It's anyone's game. It's 1v1s. It's camping corners. It's playing positions. It's a lot slower, and it's anyone's game. Ark, take it away. Expecting something interesting.
I, from at first glance, I would say ABT, they're more rehearsed at S&D than BTV, but BTV they definitely have the heart. So, and S&D is also the type of game mode that can go either way with a bit of luck. So, as I said, huge first blood by Sakibo 99 makes it a 4v3 situation. The numbers gain is on BTV right now. ABT trying desperately to make that trade, but unfortunately for them, they haven't found no one. But I feel like Nav gets taken down by Bob Pro. What a huge kill there, and as it looks like it, this round may go to BTV. Too early to call. As I said, Manna and Atif, they both ended up taking out 2 people out of the equation, so it's now a 2v2 situation, a BTV versus ABT. Manna and Atif trying their level best. Gets the big huge blood on Mehran. It's a 2v1 situation for Atif. For Sakibul, my bad. And gets taken down. Sakibul gets taken down without even checking the bomb first. This is actually bad for BTV, for a bad start for BTV. Unfortunately, they were in a 4v2 situation, but Manna and Atif, they played their timings right. They played together. They played for the kills, and they ended up taking the round entirely, which was a clear round for BTV. So the experience matters over here. A lot of rehearsed plays matter. So unfortunate, but hopefully BTV doesn't let this boil down, and they crumble under the pressure. Hopefully they can make a comeback. Huge trades there. Atif with a big kill on Mehran. It's a 3v2, and now it's a 1v3. Mehran gets Mark is taken down by Atif. Again, the action was so fast that I couldn't even keep up with keep up with the commentary. But as I see it, ABT more in control, more aware of what they're doing. I feel like BTV, they need to change a bit of the game plan there. A lot of hasty plays are being made. A lot of being out in the open. So I feel like if they just polish more of that, I feel like they have a chance. But as I see it, ABT, they're more poised in their game plan. So yeah.
Protocol is always a very tricky map. There's a lot of layers in this map. Makes it hard for any team if you don't have good setups and you don't know you don't have enough reps on this map. So BTV definitely showing they're getting caught out on open rotations and getting caught out very quickly. That round finishes very quickly. And viewers, I do apologize. For some reason our input has unfortunately randomly changed into controllers, so the COD casting is a little slower. We're not being able to go by the numbers and the minimap. Nonetheless, the action is happening too fast. I don't necessarily think we could have kept up even if we were on the keyboard.
Yeah. I agree, I agree. But have you noticed, Ishak, how Anaf he did not take the first gel. He just took info. He just took he hit 2 bullets and he just instantly. That's not the Anaf Khan we know, but like that's basically what they're playing. They're waiting for BTV to make mistakes, and the BTV are actually falling for it. Just like Bobro overchalling a bit over there. Marin does get the trade, but also gets taken down. So it's a 3v2 situation. As it gets a guy at Spiral gets spotted, Mark Bro, unfortunately he's left hanging there, and it's all up to Sakibul to pick up the 1v3. It would be a very impressive feat if he does pull this off, but as it seems like with bomb down, with time against Sakibul as well, it's a bit hard. He does catch Nav out in the open. Atif there, but Anaf Khan comes in with the big trade. So it's 4 down for BTV. I mean, it's looking bleak, unfortunately, but never say never.
Interesting to see Sakibul hit the stuns, and we've seen it before as well. Even on Hardpoint, he was running the stuns and relying on that to make his plays a lot more than you would normally expect in multiplayer. A bit of that Warzone muscle memory kicking in every time a player goes into a cover. You want to push in with a stun or some sort of lethal or tactical just to make the gunfight a little easier. He's trying to make those plays in CDL format as well, but the pace of the game is very different. Makes those plays much slower, and it sort of keeps you out of the gunfight a little longer than you tend to want to be. And that second person quickly came right behind him and cleaned him up. We go into round. What round is this? We go into round 5.
This is round 5.
With a 4-0. Mark drops the bomb. It is a 3v2, so they are a man up. Can they make this advantage? Akan breaks through from the elevator shaft. And B's just observing. Akan is quickly taken out, and Nav on the spirals. Can he spiral BTV out of this hole? But he can't. BTV with a round, finally. Are they making a comeback? Are we seeing a comeback? Viewers, they've got 3 rounds to make it back, and that's enough for stories to be told. I'm really hoping that BTV pulls it together and they've understood the routes and the motion of the gameplay, and they can quickly pull things back and put some pressure on ABT for once in this map. ABT on top all the way through. They still look comfortable. They still are trusting the process, and it's working for them so far. Arc, take us away for this round.
Yeah, BTV last round they looked more composed, more confident. So I feel like if they just keep it up, but as I said it, Manna just ends up taking my top rope, who was a bit too out in the open, and now it's all of a sudden a 1v4. I don't know how to keep up with the action over here because everything's happening too fast. But I feel like one mistake BTV is doing, that they're rushing a lot of their plays, and I feel like what ABT are doing, like they're not even being challenged a bit because they're waiting for those mistakes, Isharpa, and they're capitalizing on it because BTV, they're basically jumping onto the first decision instead of like waiting, getting info and stuff, which is a lot what you need to do in S&D. But a textbook S&D by ABT, BTV, bit lacking in that department.
This is a tricky map. You tend to make your rotations, and sometimes open rotations get you called out, get you wide open to your opponent very easily. And if you don't have enough reps in this map, that makes it even easier. And I think BTV, that's showing. They're getting caught out in the cross way too often than they would like to. And Bob with a very early challenge, very consistent route of play here. He's trying to push for Nav. Nav is all the way back. Bodies are dropping very fast, and Bob gets taken out as well. He was on the hunt, on the pounce, a little bit of aggression, but couldn't pull things off, and it is a 1v4. And A map win to ABT seems all but imminent. Sakibul, can he clutch this up? Can he make this a return? No, he doesn't. He falls right on top of his adversary and he is taken out. And ABT take map 2 more convincingly than Hardpoint. 6-1. But BTV, I think they're out here to play. They're out here to compete, and they're doing their best. One could say their preparation is not at the highest of levels, and that is definitely showing. But ABT is not letting them loose. They are taking this very seriously, and they are trying to make this a very painful process for BTV, or painless process, whatever you want to call it. All right, we go into map 3 with the series poised to go towards ABT here, but let's see if there's a twist to the tail. We go to, I should have this ready every single time, sorry viewers, just give us a sec. We're going into Hacienda for map 3 control. Stay with us while we get the lobbies ready and enjoy some music. Guys, তোমরা team 2. Royal Road level 1000. দাঁড়ো, তোমরা রেডি? হ্যাঁ, তোমরা রেডি? Guys, তোমরা রেডি, right? Okay. সাকিব বল, স্টার্ট দিতে পারো। হ্যাঁ, দিছো? Alright, good luck. Alright, Hacienda map 3, ABT on top, on the tippity top. dominating from the front. They went into this game fully charged on the return from the pain that they endured from the very dominant victory by Phoenix yesterday in Game 3 to end things off on day 1. They're coming in this hot. Can they take a solid 3-0? Let's take it away, Ark. Take us away.
As you know, viewers may have noticed, Murkbro has subbed out and FK has joined the party. So hopefully it should be a different scenario, and FK does get his first blood. Also a debutant, by the way, Shagbear. A friend of, I think, a cousin of Mira, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, the two brothers over here trying their level best to pull BTV out of whatever situation they are in right now, and like hopefully make a resurgence in the series and make it competitive. So, and as we speak, the lives are even. Over here, there is one tick gone at A. They are taking another tick at B. Unfortunately, it's being uncontested right now. A bit too late on the contest, but eventually they do clear out the guy at A, clear out the guy at B. And over here, we're seeing a bit of like more swagger from BTV. I feel like you know, I feel like the presence of FK has definitely brought up something in players, and you know, as we see it, the lives are even. There's, you know, a lot of like kills happening there and there. Bob Bro 6 and 2, unbelievable SMG play there by Bob Bro, as I can see on the minimap. Farzin over here trying to get some spawn kills. Anav Khan again, the guy they need to be worried about. Sakibul and Anav Khan, and Sakibul picks up a huge kill, and as I see it, viewers, my bad, they did not finish the take on A, but I feel like they now, as I said again, commentators curse, they did it now, and they've got the second progress at B as well. Both sides are being taken over, and Nav big kill on Bob Bro, and Sakibul picks up the trade. They have finished their entire progress on B, so hopefully Mehran plays his life there. Not too edgy, but you know, Nav over here gets the comms, and he's over there, and Anaf over here trying to get some spawn kills. A lot of things are happening on the map right now as I see it. BTV over here a bit unaware of the spawns because they're checking open for some unknown reason, but I feel like they're not aware of the new update. A bit on the previous patch, which used to be the Lambo spawns, but it's no longer the case. This is actually a very tight round, Ishak. Very different from the other respawn that we have witnessed.
100%. You can see that the young blood energy from Farzin and Mehran coming in together is definitely making a difference. Maybe something to do with the relationship by blood, influencing the mechanics in the team, influencing the chemistry in the team. But they still end up falling behind as ABT just managed to clinch away with that round victory. They were under some pressure, but lives were limited on the BTV front. But what we've just witnessed is a passage of play where the tide of pressure was quite balanced between both teams. ABT did have to lock in there, as opposed to what we have witnessed in the earlier respawn and Hardpoint. Both different game modes, so they do tend to play differently. But you can definitely see some really fine, promising talent in Farzin. This is my personal first time seeing him play, but at the same time this is the first time we are seeing him feature in a CDBL official professional tournament. So good to see young bloods, good to see some debuts happening, and good to see some impressive gunfights. Lots of promise.
Starting with a big kill on top flat. Over here, interestingly enough, as I noticed, like BTV, something about their passive play is a bit unorthodox, I would say, because usually people whenever they have the chance and whenever they have the kills, they usually try to pick up pin. just to hold on progression and everything. But they decided to stick to point, and I think that kind of did cost them a bit because as we see it, ABT, they're on the hunt of like trying to spawn kill them. Even though number 8 does manage to slip through, which is, by the way, FK, the new debutant. Popro trying to push them back. Actually, he does push them back, and he does a really good job. But they're still flooding the map in the middle. A lot of progression is being lost at B. Because 3 people are on B and not one of them decided to hop on point, which is a very interesting decision. But as I said, Miran does pick up the kill, but gets traded by Apu. One very fun like one very fun situation that I've noticed so far is that with BTV's passages play, they're more trying to get those kills instead of like trying to play as a team. If you have noticed, Ishak, so far, like the way ABT playing, they're more like double trailing, more cutting off lanes, making each other's life easier. Whereas BTV, they're trying to do more individual plays, if you know what I mean. I feel
I
like
think
that's what is costing them right now.
100%. I feel like it's just the reps. It's just the number of times you've played together as a team, the number of times you've practiced your setups, the number of times you've practiced your comms. They all add up. They all make a huge difference in a game that is so fast-paced, in a game that requires constant discipline. That's definitely missing in BTV, and that's probably because of how much time they've had with this game in general, but also in this format. Nonetheless, we're seeing a lot of promise here. You have to remember, and you have to appreciate the fact that these guys have only been playing in this circuit for only a year now, and they've had a lot of catching up to do with the other seasoned veterans of the game. But they have been nothing short of impressive. But the reps are limited, the amount of time in the game is limited, and those individual plays are definitely coming out because of that. Another convincing round for ABT. Atif Arham, he is having a fantastic year of COD. This man knows how to dance with Treyarch CODs, and he's showing it. An MVP contender, one of the greatest the game has ever seen. Can he take it all the way in this entire tournament? Can he take it all the way? A consistent performer. Interesting stat, by the way, Ark. Apparently, yesterday was his first ever defeat in CDBL history. First ever sitting in a game.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how to respond to that. Atif, again, he's one of the best players in the team, and he's definitely out there. He deserves to be at the CDL Hall of Fame, or CTBL Hall of Fame, I bet. And as we see it, he's on a 3 streak, so we're gonna be seeing more kills right now. And he does manage to take Sakibul, even though Sakibul probably had the upper hand over there. He's trying to get some spawn kills, and he gets Sakibul again, which is very interesting. Again, Sakibul should have read that, but again, no pointing fingers because Sakibul, he doesn't have enough reps at multiplayer. Even though he does have definitely the gunny to do so, which a lot of people, by the way, do not have. As you can see, Bobro 15 and 14, he is definitely fragging out there. He's doing like what a lot of people can't do, which is like get kills in control. Personally for me, like I struggle at control a lot. So as I see it, Bobro definitely having no issues at all competing against these like veterans. And at this point, ABT's main enemy is the clock. Only 17 seconds left. They haven't secured a segment yet. Oh, they did actually they did. They have one segment in, but they haven't gotten A nor B. So like it's looking bleak right now. BTV doing a fantastic job so far.
ABT trying to make things different, trying to make things interesting, and BTV joining the party too. They are definitely trying their level best. We can see Hagus, one of the most prolific COD players we've ever seen in the scene. Give him any COD, give him any situation, this man will find a way to come out on top. a massive, massive, massive profile for the scene, a massive, massive profile for the community. He's one of the greatest players we've had in the community, and he's one of those that are just genuinely good at the game, no matter what situation, no matter what format, no matter what dynamic. This guy just knows how to play COD, and he's been born to do this. Interesting stat. This guy, not stat. Interesting fact. This guy used to be a claw grip player. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if he's still a claw grip player.
He still
Um,
is. He still is.
so there you go. Only the rarest and only the mightiest play on those setups. And what a mighty win that is for his team, ABT, coming back up on top after a disappointing and forgetful yesterday with a tough defeat against their homeboys Phoenix. They have come back out on top today, and a deserving win and a dominating win, just how we like to see these guys play. So that was definitely a very quick hot series, but shout out to everyone turning up. Shout out to the debutants, Farzeen and Mehran. Good to see young bloods in the scene. Good to see good to see all the promise and the talent that these guys will bring forward. Thank you all for tuning in. Ark, any final words?
I really enjoyed the series. I feel like BTV they gave it their all. Reps did definitely matter, but I feel like they've all played tremendously well. I just hope they keep it up, and next year hopefully we'll see a much more stronger squad, more experienced and seasoned, and they'll definitely show it up. And excited to see what ABT brings forward.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ark, for joining us in the combox. The legendary, the man who forgets anyone else when he's in the room. Thank you, Ark. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you all for coming in and watching and supporting. We will see you next weekend with the knockout session. This is gonna be one to watch.